All right, so we are going to learn more about fanfics today. And you honestly should know about fanfics at this point if you are in the mother flipping fandom. But let's start the presentation. Doo-doo-doo-doo. The power of fanfics. They infuse delusion. They really do. K-pop fanfics turn idols into walking fantasies, and I can attest to that. That's absolutely what has happened. Blending their real charm with an idealized, dangerously alluring version that's impossible to resist. Each story pulls you deeper, where every glance is loaded with unspoken desire, and your bias is always one heartbeat away from obsession. Who wouldn't catch feelings when reality feels this tame by comparison? Absolutely, absolutely. The more I read fanfics, the further I was pulled into delusion. I started thinking, is really like this. He honestly is. He's in these fanfics that I read, he's very playful, he's very dominant. At times, he's very caring for his partner after he's done pounding their undercarriage. So, in my mind, these are the attributes that I have placed on that he's very delicate and decadent in his sexual activities. When I read Scum and Villainy, I started to look at the captain like he was dominant. He was going to lay that brick down on you. And Seonghwa was submissive in that story. And I thought to myself, I don't know if Seonghwa is fully submissive like that, but I do think that he would allow you to overpower him. So it's almost giving switch energy in my thoughts. Now for ship culture in reference to fanfics. K-pop ship culture blurs fantasy and reality, turning playful interaction into epic love stories fans can't resist. The storytelling is so captivating, it feels like you're peeking into the idols' private lives. Every glance and touch becomes evidence of a secret romance. When the lines get this blurry, it's easy to believe the ships might just be sailing for real. This is true, especially with Usan. I think a lot of people think that these guys are dating, that they are together. I personally don't think they are, but a lot of people read these fictional stories. They also look at the interactions between the idols, not just Usan, but many ships that are in K-pop, and they start to think this shit is real. These guys pounded holes, each other's holes, back at the door in a fucking tour bus, on a goddamn plane, wherever, backstage, dressing room, green room, who knows? But we don't know if any of these things are actually happening. So we just have a fantasy built around whatever pairing is happening in K-pop. I don't know what other ships you are familiar with in K-pop. Just drop them down below. So we can just see how prevalent the shipping culture is in the streets. HG says, yes, I like Scum and Villainy, but it was too long-winded for my taste. I skipped some parts. How do you know what was good and spicy? HG, you need to go back and read it because, yes, it was a long fanfic, but I felt it was beautifully written, even though it was wordy in your taste. It was really good. I really liked it. I honestly did. Hello, Tabitha. I'm here. What did I miss today? We are starting to go over my presentation for fanfics, and then I'm going to give some of my suggestions of fanfics that I wrote. You all can share what fanfics you wrote as well. 100%. Nothing much yet. We're really just getting started. Yep. Now, Parasocial. This is where K-pop really stands apart from other genres of entertainment because the idols really lean heavily into parasocial relationships. This is how these people get our money. They make us feel that they care about us, and they probably do, but not in a romantic way. We also get more of a glimpse of their life behind the scenes, especially when they have you behind paywalls like Tok Tok or From. It feels like you are getting messages from these guys. It really does spark a lot of delusion in the fan base. And once I started getting deeper into Ateez, I started realizing that these guys are really, really good at their job. They understand the service of fan service because at the end of the day, these guys are employees and they're trying to make money for their employer. And we simp after them and we're willing to give these men hundreds of dollars in a single pop, especially for concert tickets or for fucking album drops. Some people buy like 10 to 20 CDs for photo cards, obviously. And I'm just like, that is insane. How much money are you spending? It's really intense when comeback season comes back. Okay, let me read this little parasocial blurb. The K-pop fanfics amplify the illusion of closeness, turning distant idols into intimate fantasies, where every smile feels personal. When you see them in concert, the lines blur, their familiar gestures and lingering eye contact makes it easy to believe they know you. In a world where fantasy feels more vivid than reality, it's no wonder your heart refuses to stay detached. 100%. When you are at a concert and you get barricade and your idol of choice looks at you, you feeling things. You feeling things. You feeling like you YN. That's your YN moment. And when you see these fan calls on TikTok, and then you read the comments, a lot of people are like, he wants you. He likes you. Oh, he really wants you to fly to Korea. Nah. That man is manipulating your mind for money. Don't you think you want to see him again after an interaction? There are stans who have met Mingi several hundred times. Do you think they're going to stop seeing Mingi? Hell no. Hell no. They not. Yes, have it bookmarked. Have it bookmarked. Chris tries Scalet Sirens. Why so many words here? This is Songjun Dark Fantasy. One shot. Ooh, one shot. Me lights. Let me write that down. Another quick question to you all. Who do you think from Ateez could play a romantic lead in a movie? Who do you think could play a romantic lead in a movie with the members of Ateez? My thoughts were San, and I threw Mingi in there, and Yunho. But I think Yunho and San would be like the top contenders for being cast in a romantic lead. We have Ateez yelling at me. Hold on, let me finish this one. I love dark romance, especially so I write an OTA gang-inspired fic with the main characters being Joong with Mats as the backdrop. Ooh, you real naughty Ateez. We got Yunho. Woo is brushing his teeth on Pop. These men. You are, what is that word? I cannot think right now. You are double fisting all of your entertainment right now, Sasha. Yunho? You know? What is AO3 nickname? I don't know. I think AO3 is just called AO3. I have no idea. San, Yunho, and Jongho. Jongho or Yunho. Okay, beauty. Okay. Jongho 2. Really? Okay. Yunho and Jongho. Okay. Him in the Everything MV is just yes. In that music video, it was giving K-pop drama. Or no, K-drama. He showed like a vulnerability. He showed a yearning in that music video. So I could see him as a romantic lead, but with Yunho, I would see him coming in as number one. Yunho, San, or Jongho. Mortification is my AO3 name. Okay, everyone write this down and go check out this. Go check out this writer. Hold on, I'm writing it down. Okay. Oops, sorry. Did you spell it wrong? You spelled your own name wrong. Yu, Sani, and Jongho. I'm kind of shocked with Jongho that y'all are saying him. I really am. Hold on, I'm writing this down. Okay. Okay. HD says, no, it was a question for Ateez. User in the chat. I call her A. Gotcha. Do y'all know each other? Do y'all know each other in real life? Okay. Next slide. These are the top ships, in my opinion, in relation to fanfics. Usan, obviously. Yoongi and Mats. we can't dispute any of these things. The number one spicy ship is Usan. I mean, it's obvious. It's flat out. Then we got Yoongi, Yunho, and Mingi. I feel like in a lot of stories, people are going to put these guys as maybe switches predominantly, or have Yunho dominating Mingi. These are just my thoughts. Again, this is not a shipping video, but these are just the thoughts that I have and from what I've researched on the internet. But these are the top ships. Obviously, multiple ships can happen when in Ateez, but these are the ones that stand out the most to me as well. All right, people are writing this down. He knows how to turn up, but it's rare. He really does. He really does. Okay, all right, everyone writing it down. I think Yeosang too, possibly. I really see Yeosang as being like this goofy romantic lead. Like he's like always dropping things and he's like really confused, but at the end he gets the girl. Like that's how I feel. It's crazy you got Mats as 3 when they number 1. This is like in no specific order. These are just like the ships that are in Ateez. They're not in order. I just thought it up. Okay, next slide. These are where I got my recommendations from, and these are the ones that I predominantly read. AO3, I had no idea what that was before 2023. I had no idea. I had like jokingly heard on TikTok, oh, it's so Wattpad. I was like, what the hell is that? I don't know what that is. Tumblr in the olden days, it was just like a diary and where pictures were housed. But I was not on the fanfic streets of Tumblr personally, but now I am. I go there every night and I read stories about Yunho laying down that pipe. So I'm like, it's a great place to me. Now, here are the Ateez tropes that I have assigned to them. Feel free to fight me down in the comments just to see, am I on the right page? Am I not on the right page? And how do you feel about these members as far as tropes are concerned? Again, this is not a shipping video. The Prince Charming with the dark past is Seonghwa. Have you seen Seonghwa? You know what he looks like. That man is very dangerous. The eye contact, the precision of how he lays out the sexy, how he's brought it back. I feel like Seonghwa has a dark past. He's talked about him not feeling attractive, him wanting to hide his face, him wondering what sort of life he would have. Will he ever debut? His dark past. He has this veil over himself because he doesn't want to be too vulnerable, but he's willing to still carry that air of charming to bring you in. But there's a darkness about Seonghwa, and that's neither good or bad, but it feels like there's something deeper within him. And this is my description of Seonghwa in relation to Prince Charming with the dark past. Behind his polished smile lies a history he never speaks of. But in the quiet moments, you can almost hear his heart breaking. Seonghwa, what happened in your past? What went on? What made you into the man you are now? When I see this man grinding on stage, what is he grinding away? What is he running from? Is he just trying to distract us with sexiness? I don't know. But it's giving dark past. Now we got Hongjun. Hongjun, the rebel with a cause. With a smirk that promises both trouble and revolution, he's the kind of rebel who will burn the world down if it means protecting what he loves. We all know how Hongjun started with KQ. He was all by himself. He was running up credit cards to feed the other members of Ateez when more people joined up. He was willing to go completely left as far as music is concerned. He was risking and betting it all, but he knew in the end it would pay off. And what is happening now with Ateez? Everything that they have strived and worked for is paying off. Hongjun knew how to steer this ship, no pun intended, for his group. And I love that about him. That just shows that he is willing to take risks, even if he doesn't know what's going to happen at the end of it. But again, I feel like he's very positive in that regard. And he's told us multiple times, whenever you feel sad or you feel like you can't do it, look to Ateez. Look to us. We're going to be there for you. We are your light. We are your silver light, in fact. So I love that about Mr. Hong Joong. For Yunho, it's not rocket science. The golden retriever boy, he's the type to chase after your dreams with you, tail wagging, eyes shining, and hand always reaching for yours. I think a lot of us need a Yunho in our life. We want to have someone in our corner, someone who cares about us. And Yunho's energy is just something else. And I think that's why he's wrecking me so hard, because his aura is just so positive. It's so endearing. But on the flip side, we have Sexy Beast. And we know that he's giving us that sweet and spicy combo that we all crave. We all want that spice from Mr. Jong, you know. For Yeosang, the quiet genius, he doesn't say much, but when he does, it's the kind of brilliance that lingers long after he's gone. A lot of the members say that Yeosang has an intelligence that we haven't seen. He's a lot deeper than he comes off, and I think that's interesting. I would love for him to show more of that. For the It's You stage, we definitely saw a very sexy side of him. So I'm looking forward to him showing more of that side of himself. For Son, we have the bad boy with a soft spot. He plays it cool, but one touch from you and the fire in his eyes softens to something dangerously tender. I mean, that's obvious. That's obvious. Son is not hiding that trope at all. And a part of me thinks that Ateez picked out certain certain roles for these guys to fill, and they definitely are filling those roles like 110%. Moving on to the last three members of Ateez before we get to the fanficky recommendations. The lovable, gentle giant is Mr. Song Mingi. He's all sharp edges and towering height until he pulls you into a hug that makes the whole world feel safe. Facts on facts on facts. There's no other way to look at this. He definitely has that vibe about him. And it always shocks me that a lot of people say that he's very scary. He's intimidating because of his height, for sure. But I also feel like he's very guarded in that respect. We know that he deals with anxiety. So he's just pussyfooting around as far as showcasing himself to people, except when he's on the stage and he don't give a fuck. But I'm sure like on a one-on-one sort of thing, he probably is very cute, 100%. Wooyoung, the flirty best friend. I mean, again, he's not hiding that. He'll tease you relentlessly, but the way he looks at you when you're not watching, that's where the truth hides. Not shocking at all. Definitely 100% Wooyoung. Jongho, the stoic protector. He doesn't speak of his promises. He just keeps them, standing guard like nothing in the world could ever touch you. He definitely gives off that vibe that he will protect you. And again, that's something that we're all interested in and something that we all want to have.